all these years, I finally done it after so long. Finally, review Tombstone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have a cowboy hat, so this is what I'm working with. This is kind of like a gangster hat, so I work with what I got. Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome back to another awesome video. And today's movie review is going to be of 1993's Tombstone. So Tombstone is kind of sort of a biopic on Wyatt Earp and his brothers, and they come to this town, they look for retirement, they look to settle down, and instead they get justice and they get authority. So this movie is directed by, and I hope I don't butcher this guy's name, but GeorgePCosmatos. Apparently he did Cobra with Sylvester Stallone, and that alone and that in its own self is wild and wildly awesome. Like I was saying, as I was watching this movie, at some point it mentioned that it's based off a true story and that Wyatt Earp was an actual person. And I don't know how historically accurate this is, but I do love one thing about this film that it does a great job of doing and conveying is its depiction of cowboys, just cowboys in general, because in history or however we're taught is cowboys are always the heroes. They're always like the good guys and they're always like the hero types, you know? In this movie, it depicts them as they're not always those hero types, that cowboys were those gunslingers, those outlaws, and most importantly, they were badasses and kind of almost like gangs, like gangsters of the Old West, and I loved that depiction. Speaking of badass, this whole cast is badass to the core, with Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Bill Paxton, Sam Elliott, Michael Biehn, Billy Zane, Thomas Hayden Church, and even Michael Rooker is in this movie, along with a bunch of other people that do fantastic job. Like the cast and the acting is like A tier and like top tier in this film. Especially with Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp, he just does such a phenomenal way of conveying both those complexities of both wanting to be that humble family man, but at the same time can just snap in a single moment, and it's just perfect. However, the best performance and the best character out of everybody, and probably steals the show for everybody else out there, is the most iconic, most notable, most quotable, most memorable, is of course Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday. He's just such a badass. He's just so quotable. And I think what's really even more dangerous about his version of Doc Holliday is not only does he have, like, he adds his charisma to it, but I think what's so dangerous about his Doc Holliday is the fact that they do incorporate the fact that he had tuberculosis. And even when he's on his deathbed, he does not care about death. Like, he can get shot up. He knows he's gonna die. And he just does not fear death. His version of Doc Holliday is so badass. He'll go to hell, spit on the devil's dick, and not even care because he's that ballsy. And I mean, come on. It's Doc Holliday. And I don't know why there's this particular scene right here that I find so funny. Just the way this one guy is interacting with Doc Holliday and the way he just says son of a bitch just makes me laugh every time.
Son of a bitch. Hey, Billy, just settle down.
You ain't nothing but a skinny lunger.
Dad, what an ugly thing to say. Our poor ugliness. Does this mean we're not friends anymore? You know, Ed, if I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
With all its badassery and gunslinging and a lot of like one-liners and everything, there are a few like cheesy like 90s moments because this does have like a bit of romance to it with Wyatt Earp. and our main female lead, I forgot the actress's name, it escapes my mind right now, and her character's name, but still there is that little cheesy 90s like romance going on, which I think that's fine. I think you do need some levity in a Western time period, because the Old West was just filled with so much just shit going on. You need something to kind of like alleviate away from the violence and kind of like the bloodshed, and this movie just does a great depiction of that. And honestly, after seeing this movie, this is probably one of my favorite Westerns out there, probably like top 5 for sure. And I don't really have that much nitpicks to say, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give Tombstone a solid A. Like I said, I definitely say top 5 alongside, I would say, Django Unchained, The Hateful Eight, perhaps The Harder They Fall, and maybe there's probably a few others out there that I might find myself interested in looking into. We'll see. But Tombstone, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, every week. Make sure you ring that bell. I do new videos every day, every week. Share the video with your friends, all that good stuff and more. Leave some suggestions in the comments. You name it, I'll look into it as best as possible. Look out for more movie reviews. Look out for some top 10 videos. Look out for all sorts of stuff. I'm going to try and do some streaming. It's going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to try and do some streaming still and try and do some videos in between my schedule, my work schedule, my other things that I'm going to pursue, like my college and doing things for my filmmaking career. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.